What up, everybody? It's Voodoo Delette back again. I know it's been a while, but honestly, there hasn't been anything I really wanted to talk about except for politics, and I didn't really want to get into the politics. So anyway, there is one thing that I guess it has to do with a little bit of politics that is the whole gay marriage thing going on. All right, we know new states are allowing it, and it's pissing a lot of people off. I mean, it's really pissing some people off. You have like this one guy saying it's going to start a revolution or something. Anyway, so here's my challenge for you. This is what this video is all about. It's about a challenge. I challenge you to give me one good reason, one logical, makes sense reason that doesn't have nothing to do with the Bible, and it actually makes sense, why I should not support same-sex marriage. And if I do, or if you can give me that one logical reason, I will quit being an activist for the LGBT community. Why would I make such a bet? Because I'm positive you can't do it. Because there's nothing out there that should offend you by it, if I even worded that right. There's nothing out there about same-sex marriage that really should bother you. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking Bible. In the Bible it says, I think it's in Leviticus, says that no man should lay with another man as they do a woman, or for it is an abomination and they should be put to death. Alright. Yeah, there's a lot of people knocking at that one right there saying, oh, the Bible, blah, 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 blah. Well, how many of you have forgotten that it also says in the Bible that if you were a woman and are not a virgin, when you are married, you should be put to death. So how many of you women out there are shit-talking that actually need to die? Have you ever thought about that? I mean, you might want to go grab a noose or grab a razor blade or something, because the Bible says you have to die. That's what it says. I mean, if we're going to follow some of the old stuff, that's what it says. You got to do it. Your daughters, you better start grabbing the axes. You better start throwing those stones, because I'll bet your daughter's probably not a virgin anymore. I mean, that's just how society goes. So if you're going to follow that, you need to start following everything. You know, forget the part in the New Testament where it says, love thy neighbor as thyself and thou shalt not judge. You know, a lot of people seem to forget that. If you're going to quote the Bible, quote that. Quote the part where it says, love everybody. Because honestly, it's really not hurting you. I mean, two gays getting married is not going to stop you from going to heaven, so why the hell do you care so much? Another people it's an abomination to traditional marriage. Well, nowadays, what the hell is so traditional about marriage? In fact, it's kind of funny. There was this post up on Facebook. Somebody had actually liked this picture, and I seen it. It said, like this picture if you support traditional marriage. And I'm looking at the person who liked that, and I'm thinking, woman, you are divorced. What the hell are you talking about traditional marriage? Please. All of you out there who are divorced or having an affair or whatever, you have no say in this matter whatsoever. There's nothing traditional about what the hell you were doing. Nothing right there. Okay, maybe if you're a good couple who doesn't cheat, doesn't do whatever, okay, then you can talk something about traditional. But really, come on now. It's like 2012, almost 2013. Everybody's had a friggin' divorce. I mean, my God. In fact, before I met my fiance, I used to introduce my boyfriends as my future ex-husbands. It was that common. So yeah, and another thing that's going to be brought up to me, I'm already sure, is everybody saying procreation. Well, don't you think that the damn world is populated enough? I mean, you give it another 100 years, we're not going to see a lick of green. It's all going to be houses. And how many kids you got out there on welfare? How many kids were put up for adoption because their parents procreated and didn't want them? How many people are out there with these super careers and can't spend time with any of their kids because they procreated because it was the right thing to do, according to you, but they ain't got time for their kids, so their kids end up mentally disturbed. And it's all your fault because you're sitting there saying they have to procreate. I would think about it, if you want to go at a more logical aspect, or if you want to go for, a holy aspect, I suppose, why don't you sit there and say, okay, well, God put gays on the planet for population control. Instead of casting out all these mass plagues, he just put gay people here. It'll be all right. If you'd stop pressuring them into procreating, they'd probably stop, and we'd be just fine. Another thing that's crazy I actually read it online the other day. It was on the page Dream of Equality, and on the group it was a little news article. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but anyway, there was this general. He's a retired general. He was talking about he got busted having an affair, right? You know, he has good Christian values and all that, but he got busted having an affair. Now, that's not the funny part. The funny part is, believe it or not, he's blaming homosexuals. I mean, like, that's reaching there a bit, buddy. I mean, okay, like, they don't get blamed for everything else, and now you got to sit there and blame your affair on them. I'm saying that, you know, gay marriage is destroying the morals of everybody. That's why he cheated. You know, he can't take the responsibility himself. He can't sit there and say, okay, yeah, it was my bad. I got horny. He can't say that. No, he's got to blame the gay man. I mean, really. I mean, it's like, you know, think about it. How many people sit there and say that gays try to convert you? Now, let me correct you on that. Gays don't try to convert you. That's Jehovah's Witnesses, okay? You know, I mean, it really is. I've had plenty of them knocking on my door trying to convert me. Anyway, I've never had a gay person ever try to convert me. So, if you were going to go along the line with that logic, saying that, you know, oh, they're trying to convert you and everything, well, wouldn't you have slept with a man instead of a woman? You know, if they're the ones who got you to cheat on your wife, I think you just need to go hang yourself or something, buddy, because damn. I mean, when people, and that's the thing, is everybody likes to have something to blame it on. So we're going to, you know, it was just like Hitler blamed everything on the Jews. You know, we ended up with a Holocaust, and now everybody's blaming it on the gays. And I'm serious about that. I'm dead friggin' serious. Everybody's talking about seceding from the Union and doing this and doing that. I'm worried there actually is going to be another Holocaust, and because there's going to be some Hitler crazy motherfucker up there who's going to do the same thing that Hitler did. And Hitler did do it to the gays as well. But, you know, mostly it was Jews, I think, Jewish people. I could be wrong on that. There could have been equal parts. You know, I know there was a couple of Catholics tossed in there, and he really hated Poland. But, you know, I could see that happening because now suddenly everybody's blaming everything on homosexuals. And it's absolutely ridiculous. People, please. Okay. Anyway, people, please. You need to think about this. There's nothing in there that's affecting you in any which way or form by two gay people getting married. There's nothing wrong with it. To sit there and try to defend traditional marriage is ridiculous. In fact, if you want to defend traditional marriage, go and tell the atheists to stop getting married. Because it was always supposed to be a holy union under God, but you still let them get married and nobody bitches. And if you want to sit there and talk about morals, why aren't you guys out protesting MTV? I mean, think about it. They got that, 16 and Pregnant show? Nobody cares about that. I guess that's normal. Nobody gives a shit that you got a bunch of hoochies on TV all having kids and stuff and trying to have more kids because it gets them famous. Nobody cares about that. And nobody's out protesting that, but they'll protest the gay marriage because that's so much worse. You know, at least the 16-year-olds are procreating. Anyway, so yeah, if anybody can give me one good, logical reason why. That doesn't have to do with the Bible, because I swear to God, I will come back at you 10 times full and show you how much of an idiot you are if you were able to even think. Okay? So that doesn't have to do with the Bible. On why the hell it affects you so much. I am a co-founder of the group Dream of Equality. Find us on Facebook. We also have a fan page. To look it up, you have to actually, without me putting the link on here, you have to actually type in the whole words Dream of Equality, and 2 links will show up. The top one is the group, the bottom one's the page. Anyway, so if you want to leave a message, if you want to respond with a video, I'd love to debate. I really would, because I promise you you're wrong, and I won't be quitting, because I know I'm right. Anyway, this is Voodoo the Let, out.